Hi everyone, and welcome to episode 2. Today we're going to be cleaning the pigeon poo out of the tower. I bet you've never seen a video like this on YouTube before. And if you have, I'm sure you'll let me know in the comments. First off, we started with the ground floor. Try and get rid of all the dry stuff and save that to be burnt later. It's mainly just straw and rotten wood. Fucking hell. I know I had a few complaints about the music last time, but I quite like it. Adds a little bit of atmosphere, doesn't it? You can't really hear what we're saying because the masks muffle our voices, but this was the first find of the day. A 50mm sluice valve. It had Great Britain printed on it. Don't know when it was made. There's no date on it. It just sat in a plastic bag. We got a little bit distracted from clearing the floor and thought we'd take the metal sheets out the window. Surprisingly large amount of crap wedged behind them as well. Anyway, onto the shoveling. Now we don't have a water supply to the water tower yet. Yes, ironic. So we're just using rainwater off the caravan guttering. We have got another little trick up our sleeves, which you'll see in a little while. Slightly easier than bringing buckets in. Right, this is the sneaky little trick we had up our sleeves. The hose is connected to a water tank, which can hold 1,000 litres. On this occasion we filled it with rainwater, but since filming this we've also found 2 boreholes that we can use. I'll show you the boreholes in another video. Because the pigeon poo had been sat in here for I don't know how many years, 30, 40, 50, it's very dry and very dusty, so we thought watering it down makes it a bit safer. We thought while we got the pump hooked up, it was getting late, we'd just spray this and leave it to soak overnight. It's probably about 4 inches thick in some places, even more. It's got like a dry crust on top of it. So we thought spraying it, that'll soften it up a bit for tomorrow.
Big load behind that door, it must be. That's a lot in it there, look how thick that is.
Can't do that, Alan.
Yeah, it's going to want shoveling, that is. I think I'm going to climb on here tomorrow.
What?
I'll climb on here tomorrow. On this patch here, look, that I've cleaned, look. There's a nice clean patch there, look. If they're staked in by then, I don't think it'll be dusty, are they?
So this was the end of day one. The ground floor probably looks worse than when we started. So now on to day two. When we was clearing the ivy off the side of the tower, we noticed a small hole in the wall. So the plan for today was to use a concrete breaker to make a hole on the floor on the inside of the tower and see if we can link it up to the outside. That way, when we're rinsing the floors, the water can drain out this hole rather than through the door, where I'll be going backwards and forwards with a wheelbarrow. All I had to do here was line up where I thought the hole was going to come through on the inside.
Where are you going for? There's no wheels.
Yeah. Is it in line with there? Like that? There it is. I think I found it. Is it through? Yeah. The floor's only about 4 inches thick. I'm just digging a channel here to direct the liquid away from the walls. We tried just washing the poo down to the ground floor, but there was like a thick crust on top of it, so you can keep spraying it, but it wasn't really doing much. We had to resort to a shovel on one of these. We call it a drag, but I don't know what its proper name is. That is actually poo falling through the floor there. And the odd bit of rotten wood. I hope you don't mind all these artsy shots, but I thought I'll never see that much pigeon poo again in my life. So that concludes day 2. There's a humongous pile of turds downstairs. We're going to rename it Turd Tower. My dad's just giving the floor a final rinse. They are. I imagine the floor let out a sigh of relief now that poo's gone.
What? Where?
Where are you? Yeah,
No, I'm directly below you. That's going on my head. Stop it.
sorry. I found out.
Yeah.
Found out, man.
Yeah, hang on. Yeah, I know.
Right, we're now on to day 3. I'm not sure what happened overnight, but when I got to it today it was actually steaming. Up to this point, I've shoveled about 15 barrelfuls out. It's kind of like compost when it's this old. For the final day, we had to trek all the way to the top of the ladder. I haven't actually measured the ladder, but it's about 9 metres to the top of it. And as we weren't that keen on standing up there for the whole duration, we took some scaffold boards that we could sit on. First off, we drilled a hole through the timbers to see if we could clear a little area to stand on. Hold on! The pilp here is even drier and thicker than on the other floors, so we struggled to wash it through the small hole we drilled.
Getting all the good job. Yeah.
Once we'd doused it down a bit, we just shoveled it off. Luckily, the first floor has failed in the corner, so anything that lands on it falls straight through. That meant I could just stay on the ground floor and wheelbarrow what came down. So about 25 wheelbarrows later, we're getting to the end of it. We pumped in 3,000 litres of water and we've moved well over a ton of pigeon poo. And that's the pile. It's a big un. Keep watching and I'll show you what the tower looks like now. Well, there you go. If you enjoyed watching, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.